All right, so let's look at our spiral review. We're gonna look at week 1, we're gonna look at number 6. And when you look at number 6, it says 4,158 divided by 31. So I'm gonna do that on a piece of scratch paper so that you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So you write 31 and 4,158 is what we're dividing. So when we did division last year, there was 2 different ways you could have done it. You drew the box and you went number by number and you divided. The other way that we did it is we did standard algorithm where we looked at the numbers and how many times each one goes through. Now I'm gonna go ahead and stop you right here and say, I know that we have not learned this yet. However, I'm gonna walk you through it step by step. So don't get frustrated. Do not get upset. I know you haven't learned it yet, so I know it's going to be confusing. All right, here we go. So when you're doing standard algorithm, you look at this first number and you say, can I count by 31s to get to 4? No. So I'm gonna write a 0 above it and I'm gonna grab the next number. So the number I'm working with is 41. Okay? Because I can't count by 31s to get to 4, so I'm going to grab the next digit. That makes the number 41. Okay, so here we go. Can I count by 31s to either get close to or get exactly to 41? Close to, okay? I can count 1, right? So 31. So I'm going to write a 1 up here because the first multiple of 31 is 31. Okay, so here's how you do this. 1 times 31 is 31. And I'm going to write it directly under that 41 because that's where we were working. We were working with 41 only. So 1 times 31 is 31. Now I'm going to subtract. And I'm not going to worry about these 2 numbers yet because I'm not there yet. I'm only working with this 41 minus 31. So 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay? 4 minus 3 is 1. Easy peasy. That makes sense, right? 41 minus 31 is 10. Done.
So the answer is 10?
Not yet. We're not done yet. So now we're going to grab this next digit. We're going to do the next place, and we're going to bring it down and put it with our number that we're working with. So now we're working with the number 105. Now, I know what you're thinking. Oh my gosh, I can't count by 31s. No, but you can count by 3s, right? And we're going to look at this 10 only, this beginning, this 10. Ready? 3, 6, 9. Which multiple am I at to get to 9?
3.
The third one. So I'm going to write 3 up on top. All right? So now I'm going to take my 3 and times it by my 31. Okay. 3 times 1 is 3. So I'm going to put it under the ones place because the 1 is in the ones place. Now let's do the tens place. 3 times 3 is what? 9. So I'm going to put a 9 under that 10 or that 1. And I'm going to draw my line. Again, not worrying about the 8 yet. Have not brought it down even into the equation. Don't care about it yet. The only thing I care about is my 105 minus my 93. All right, we can do that. What is 5 minus 3?
5 minus 3, 8.
No, not 5 plus 3. 5 minus 3 is 2. All right. Can I do 0 minus 9? No. I'm going to borrow from the hundreds column and make that a 0 and put my 10 above my 0. Now, 10 minus 9 is what? 1. So I am now almost finished.
I don't get this at all.
I have not done my 8. So I'm going to bring my 8 all the way down here because I'm actually going to use it now. Okay? So you're just literally going digit by digit through this equation. All right. So we have a 12. Can we count by 3s to get to 12? We could try, all right? 3, 6, 9, 12. That is the fourth multiple. So I'm going to put my 4 up on top. Okay, now let's multiply by 4. 4 times 1 is 4, so I'm going to put my 4 here. And 4 times 3 is 12, so I'm going to put my 12 here. And I'm going to subtract. Now, 8 minus 4 is 4. 2 minus 2, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. So this, because I don't have any more numbers to bring down, is my remainder. And so my answer is 134, remainder 4. And you have just divided by a 2-digit number. Told you I'd walk you through it. All right, let's put that on your number 6. So on number 6, inside of this box, you're going to put 134, remainder 4. Just like that. 134, remainder 4.
That was pretty easy, I'll say.
All right, here we go. Number 7. Now, number 7 is exactly what we have been dealing with so far this year. So we are just finding where these points are, and we're putting them down. So let's start with A. And A is right here. So we're going to find how many we go over from origin.
1, 2, 3.
So I'm going to write origin right here at 0, 0. All right. So let's go over and let's try to find A. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm now lined up with A. So I'm going to write a 4 as my X. And I'm going to put, my comma tells me to change direction. So I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My Y is 7.
Your green folder.
It should be hanging on my door.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, B. Ready to do B? Again, you start at origin, and we're going to go to the left. Nope, we're going to go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my first number is an 8. My comma tells me to change direction, and I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So my Y is a 9. All right, let's try C. Start back at origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So my X is 5 because that's how far I went over. And now I'm going to change direction because there's a comma. 1, 2, 3. It's 3. So 5, 3. Now let's do D. Again, start at origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 is my X. My comma tells me to change directions, and I'm going to go up. 1, 2, 3. And that one is done. All right. Let's try number 8. Easy peasy. Number 8 should be easy. If you remember from 4th grade, anytime you have a whole number, you put it over 1. Okay? And you put it over 1 because you're saying, I have 3 wholes of something. I have 3 whole pizzas. I have 3 whole cookies. I have 3 whole anything. It doesn't matter. To multiply a whole number times a fraction, you literally just multiply. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2, and I am done.
Easy lemon tweet.
That is a improper fraction, so I'm going to draw my picture. And I have 3 to color in. So this is 1 whole, and this is 1/2. So 3/2 is the same as 1 and 1/2. All right, let's do number 9. Now, on number 9, 16 has 2 digits after the decimal, where 7/10 only has 1. So I have to give this another digit to make it the same. What digit could I add?
A 0.
a 0. So I'm going to add a 0 after it because now the 16 has 2 digits and the 70 has 2 digits, and they can be compared because they have the same number of digits.
70.
So which is bigger, 16 or 70?
70.
So your symbol will look just like that because 16 is less than 70.
16 is.
All right. Number 10, this is our last one on this page for today. So we're going to take 36 hundredths and we're going to minus 19 hundredths. So it's easier to stack them on top of each other. And when you stack your decimals on top of each other, your decimals have to be lined up. They have to be in the same place. So now it should look just like a normal subtraction problem, except there's a decimal. Okay, so we know how to say 6 minus 9. Can we do 6 minus 9? No, we have to borrow. So borrow from your 3 and make that a 2. Take that whole group of 10 to your 6. So that becomes a 16 because 10 plus 6 is 16. So now you do 16 minus 9. And 16 minus 9 is 7. 2 minus 1 should be 1.
That's 14.
And since there's a decimal, you put a decimal. And we are done with that page. Okay, so you can go ahead and put that page away, and we're going to go ahead and get started on our math notes for today. Okay? So we're going to start with August 25th on the top of your page. And today we're going to look at doing your patterning and changing that into an equation, which is exactly what we did yesterday. All right, are we ready? So we have August 25th on the top of our page, and our I can statement for today is I can find a rule for a pattern and make an equation. All right. So that's going to be our can statement for today. So by the end, hopefully, of our notes, we can find the rule and make an equation. All right. So I'm going to start with drawing my box, and inside of my box, I'm going to have 6 lines. So I'm going to go down 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going to go ahead and make my rectangle with my X and my Y inside of it. All right. All right. So now off to the side of that, we're going to write rule, because we're going to have to find our rule. And we know our questions, number 1, was did I increase or decrease? So I'm going to do my up arrow. Yes, this is exactly what we did yesterday. And my second question is how much? All right. So inside my box, I'm going to go 4, 6, 10, 12, 22, and I'm going to give you the first Y at 7. And I'm going to give you just a second to go ahead and get that drawn, and then we're going to get started. All right. So here we go. We're looking across from our X to our Y. So we start with a 4 and we move to a 7. Are we increasing or decreasing? Starting at 4 and I'm going up to a 7. Am I increasing? Am I going up? Or decreasing, going down? I'm going up. Okay? Can I multiply 4 by something to get to 7?
No.
No, so I am definitely adding. So I'm going to put my plus sign right there.
Where? Oh.
Up on rule, I'm going to put my plus sign. Now my question is, how much? If I'm at 4 and I'm moving to 7, how much do I increase? So I'm at 4, I'm going to go 5, 6, 7. How much should I increase?
3.
3. So I'm going up by 3. So what I'm saying is 4 plus my rule plus 7, 4 plus my rule 3 equals 7. Okay? So if I try that and my next x is 6, what is 6 plus 3? 9. So this would absolutely be a 9. Now my next one is 10, and I say 10 plus 3 would be 13. And then 12 plus 3 would be 15. 22 plus 3 would be 25. So what I did is I took my x, and put my rule after x, so that happens to be plus 3 in this one, equaled y. Because whatever x was, plus 3 gave me my y. All right? Now let's try a horizontal one. So just like we did yesterday, we're going to do our horizontal box, so that way you guys see both kinds. And this time, I'm going to give you the rule, and we're going to try to find our y's. Okay? So you're going to draw your box. You're going to have your x on top because you always have your x number first. Then you'll find y. And this time I've given you the rule -5. So you do not have to ask, am I increasing or decreasing, and by how much? Because I've already given you the rule. Because these rules, or these questions, help you find the rule. This time I'm giving you the rule. So now, when I'm doing this, I would say x minus 5 equals y. So I'm going to go ahead and write that. X, and then this is where we insert the rule, minus 5 equals y. So if I looked up here at 17 and I said 17 minus 5 equals my y, I would say 17 minus 5 is 12, and 12 I would write in my box because that's the number I'm missing. Okay? So then the next one would be 15, and I would put 15 where my x was, and I would say 15 minus 5 equals y, which is 10. And then I would go to my next one. 13 for x, so 13 minus 5 equals y, and my new y is now 8. And the last one is 10, so I put 10 where the x is, and 10 minus 5 equals y, so my new y is 5. And that is our notes for today.